Good evening and welcome into Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's championship game between Flamengo of Rio de Janeiro and Boca Juniors of Buenos Aires, Argentina. There you get a look at the hardware one of these teams will be lifting tonight. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight wherever you're watching from, in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Well, Andrew, we started this journey back in December, and it's come down to one final game between the first-place team from Group B and the second-place team from that same group. Flamengo looked strong from the outset, but you also saw something in Boca that made you take notice early on, and here they are meeting for the title.
Right, starting the tournament, Boca had a cohesive, experienced team. Then, I believe it was in the second window of group play on their home court, their three-point percentage went, wait for it, bananas. Tonight, they're going to need that 40 to 50% shooting and to take care of the ball if they want to be champions.
Well, Flamengo comes into this one with an 8-1 overall record, and the only team to beat them was, you guessed it, Boca. In fact, each team won a blowout. Flamengo 96-61 in January. Boca won 96-71 in February. The third game, which was actually in December, on December 15th, was just a one-point win for Flamengo. There were 19 lead changes in that game, and Boca actually led more of that game. Boca even had a chance to tie it at the free throw line with 1 second left, but Andres Ibargüen missed his second free throw that would have sent the game into overtime. So to say these teams are evenly matched, at least based on the previous games in this event, is no understatement.
That's right. Even statistically, their shooting percentages are neck and neck. We've got Flamengo versus Boca two-point field goal percentage, 55%, or excuse me, I'm not even getting into the tenths here, 55.7% versus 57.6. 3 points, almost exactly the same, 39% versus 39.4. And your free throws at 67.5 versus 68.5. So a total of about 3% difference over all three categories. So very, very close there, almost identical. When Flamengo has the edge, or excuse me, where Flamengo has the edge, which is why I said earlier Boca needs to take care of the ball. Flamengo is getting 20 points a game off turnovers and 17 points off second chance opportunities. So Boca needs to control those defensive rebounds and not give up the ball when they've got it on offense. They want every possession to end in a shot. Made or miss, at least it's a shot.
Last night, Flamengo defeated Franca 91-67, and I thought Flamengo had the edge going into that one, but I did not think they would absolutely dominate Franca like they did. But Boca, you know, we talked about it during the game. Hey, maybe if Boca's watching this one, maybe they're quaking in their sneakers a little bit, but they pounded Flamengo in the group phase once. So maybe they shouldn't be scared of Flamengo at all. So this one's going to be a lot of fun. Flamengo will be looking to hoist their second BCL Americas belt after winning it all in 2021. Remember, they lost to Quimsa in the finals last year. This would be Boca's first BCL Americas title in their third appearance. This is their first time advancing out of the group phase. Flamengo versus Boca Juniors, Brazil versus Argentina for all the marbles. This one is going to be fun. Earlier on in the third place game, César Franca beat Instituto 74-59. Franca dominated the glass and got to the free throw line to put away La Gloria. Jorginho had 18 points, 10 rebounds. Lucas Diaz rebounded from his effort in the semifinals by adding 16 points for Franca, while Alex Negrete had 18 for Instituto. A disappointing third place for Franca, but they did advance one step further than they did last year. Speaking of some of those names like Jorginho and Lucas Diaz, maybe time to start thinking about who might be in the All-Star 5 for the 2024-25 BCL Americas tournament. Of course, they tend to focus more on the semifinals and finals performances, maybe dip into the quarters a little bit, but I kind of came up with some names that that we might see as part of that All-Star 5. I think I've got at least two that I'm pretty sure are chiseled in there for at least the All-Star 5. One of which, El Panda, Santiago Scala for Boca Juniors, and Alexi Borges for Flamengo, who I think Alexi may have the post position for the MVP of this event, depending on what happens here tonight.
Agreed. I don't even know, even with a loss. Well, it would be hard to have the MVP on the losing team, but he's been pretty good throughout the entire tournament.
Alexi Borges, 15.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, 8.3 assists, which leads the tournament. He's also shooting 55.6% from three-point range. That leads the tournament for players who have more than 20 three-point attempts. He had 24 points, 9 assists in the semifinal against Franca last night. It's been fun to watch him develop over the years. He's played in Germany, the G League, started his career, in fact, with Franca in 2015. In 22 and 23, he was with Minas, where he averaged 13 points and 6.5 assists per game. But now he is the driver for Flamengo, at least as far as the 2025 playoffs have been concerned. You get a look at our officials for tonight's contest. It's going to be Julio Anaya of Panama, Carlos Peralta of Ecuador, and Orlando Varela Diaz of Honduras. There's a look at Taya Galizzi. Looks like he's got some fresh red in the stripe in his hair tonight. Kind of looks like I wonder if he's trying to kind of emulate the mascot for Flamengo, vulture represent the Urubuzada Vultures.
Oh man,
got a text from my text. So, text from my elderly father saying, "What kind of mascot is that?" Well, it's a vulture, and the Urubuzada, it kind of represents how aggressive and how swarming the fans can be, just like vultures can be. So that's where they got that name, Urubuzada. As we got a look at the starting lineup just a moment ago for Gonzalo Perez in his first season with Boca Juniors, it's going to be the same starting 5 as last night. Santiago Scala, Jose Vildosa, the captain, Marcos Delia, Sebastian Vega, and Franco Giorgetti. A deep team, an experienced team. Scala, 33 years old, Vildosa, 28, Delia, 32, Vega, 36, and Giorgetti, 32. The youngest starter, Jose Vildosa, 28 years old. And there a look at the starters for Flamengo. And head coach La Oveja, Sergio Hernandez, who again joined the team in the middle of this event on February 28th, actually just prior to the quarterfinals. And he is starting the same starting 5 as last night as well. Jordan Williams, Shaquille Johnson, Caio Manfio, Ruan Miranda, and Alexi Borges. There's Oveja, Spanish for sheep. And why? Because when he was young, he had curly hair. At least that's what I'm told. So we've got the starters all enumerated, the officials as well. There's a look at Marcos Delia. And that man on the left may be the X factor. Guy Deodato in the quarters, we nicknamed him the air fryer because we needed something that heated up even faster than a microwave. I don't know if it does, but kind of a modern update to Vinnie Johnson's The Microwave from the Pistons back in the 80s.
I'm not going to bring science into this, Craig.
Yeah, we have enough trouble struggling with math sometimes, so let's not bring another.
Let's not
Andrew.
tap math's big brother, science.
Exactly. You know, Andrew, I'm a little disappointed that Boca's not wearing the yellow tonight since you made the bananas reference. They do have the Chiquita across the front there, but I was hoping to see him break out the banana threads tonight.
Well,
they are in blue.
Speaking of wardrobe choices, I've been on record as saying Boca's polos that some of the coaching and training staff wear, I really like the color scheme. Well, now I'm looking at Flamengo, and they've got similar colors. I'm like, well, which polo do I like better? Don't worry, which polo I like better doesn't determine, who I think would win, but just more like what would I wear out at a night on the town, because I wear polos when I go out, of course.
Oh, of course. Well, Andrew, since you brought it up, who's your pick?
I'm legit torn on this one. You know what? I'm going to go with Boca. I think Flamengo is obviously the favorites. Their home court, and I think they were higher seeded. I'm going to go with Boca. I'm going with my gut. I think they could, pull out a performance like they have done before against this team, and that's what I'm going with. I think it's the more fun pick.
Well, we are underway, and we shall see how this shakes out. I'm going to go on the other side of the coin. I think Flamengo was just so impressive against Franca last night. Can they do it 2 nights in a row? I don't know. But they are deep, and they are talented. A bunch of guys who can shoot the ball very well. They don't seem terribly susceptible to going cold, and they have options inside if they do. Plus, they've got that guy, Alexi Borges. He does not seem to have too many bad games. A steal there by Franco Giorgetti. Oh, what a nice find inside, but Vega can't finish the deal. Now he's bottled up, kicks it out, and Boca will get another look at it. Ilya back outside. Vega for 3. Nope.
He hesitated.
Now Caio Manfio. Borges launches the tray. That's good! Don't get that man started. 56% from three-point range in this tournament, and he drains his first attempt there and gives Flamengo the early 3-0 lead. I told you this place was going to be popping. You see all the red and black in the stands. Manfio into the corner for Williams now for 3. Missed. Shaq Johnson tips it to Ron Miranda, and he gets it to go in. And it's an early 5-0 lead for Flamengo.
Miranda had a tough time last night, and that one looked like it was going to get hung up on the rim for a second, and I said, oh, that's... So he's definitely glad to see that one fall.
He came up short on a couple of buckets. Oh, beautiful dish there from Giorgetti to Delia. Yeah, Miranda came up short on a couple of shots last night, layups, and short on one dunk. But he did manage to finish with 13 points and 7 rebounds against Franca. So he probably would have been close to 20 if he had gotten a couple of more of those shots right around the bucket to go in.
Well, I have a feeling we're about to see a not so great shot looking at the shot clock time.
1 second left. Yep, didn't get it off. That will not count. Scala hit the shot off the inbound, but just could not launch it in time. And so Boca remains scoreless.
Yeah, Flamengo playing great defense in the first 2 minutes here.
Borges. Side to Shaq Johnson. He had a nice start last night. That kind of got Flamengo rolling a little bit. Back outside to Borges. 7 on the shot clock. Over to Jordan Williams, and he won't get it off. Boy, I think Williams could have shot that ball right away, but opted to get a little bit closer, and back-to-back shot clock violations for Boca and Flamengo.
Yeah, that shot clock violation by Boca, they inbounded with 1 second left, so
right,
not crazy to think
that
you're not going to get a shot off. But in that case, yeah, Williams has to have better awareness of the clock, and he had a look at a decent shot, a great shot for the end of the shot clock.
Now Vildosa missing from three-point range. Boca now 0 for 5 from the floor. The ball tipped out of bounds by Giorgetti over the back. Lucky he was not whistled for a foul there. So Borges to inbound. Gets it to Shaquille Johnson. Pointer is up and good. Shaquille Johnson. And it's 8-0 in favor of Flamengo. Better be careful. 3 from the corner for Giorgetti, and that is good. They hold up just 2? Yeah, his foot was on the line. But answering at the other end, Alexi Borges. And the lead is 9. Borges already 6 points now, 2 for 2 from three-point range. And they are picking up right where they left off against Franca. Boy, that was a beautiful move by Giorgetti. Little ankle breaker there, but he couldn't get the tray to fall. Borges on the drive. Outside, 3 on the way. Splash! Flamengo comes out on fire! Kyle Manfio hits his first attempt from long range, and Gonzalo Perez wants timeout. 14-2 the start for Flamengo.
It's we have until the second quarter to change our picks, correct? Is that the
I think that's the rule, yeah.
Okay.
Flamengo
I'm not changing yet. Just
4
wanted to.
6. 4 of 6 from three-point range to start this game. Perez takes timeout.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if we should ever meet. Tonight you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Welcome back to Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio, where Flamengo has flown out of the gate. 4 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 7 overall. And we talked before the game about possible tournament MVP Alexi Borges, possibly depending on his performance tonight. Well, 6 points, 2 assists in the first 5 minutes of the game. I think he's at least solidified himself in the All-Star 5.
Oh, yeah.
So put your coach's hat on for a moment here, Andrew. What does Gonzalo Perez say during that timeout? Is it just a matter of, guys, they can't possibly shoot this well the rest of the way. Let's just play our game.
No, they just need to get offensively. They're a little stagnant because Flamengo's been pretty good on defense so far. And they've had some open looks that they missed. So just say, hey, calm down. It's easy to get your nerves kind of shaken up in this environment. Let's get the game going here. We're not even 5 minutes in yet, so just calm down. the game's not over by any means yet.
Oh, Jordan Williams can't complete the 3-on-1 play on the dunk. And Giorgetti still upset about the no call at the other end. There were some signals about that foul right there being an unsportsmanlike. That wasn't anywhere close to an unsportsmanlike on Vega. He made a clean play for the ball.
Yeah, he went straight up.
But I think
contact with the other player's arm.
Giorgetti definitely had a case at the other end. We saw the replay. There was a ton of contact prior to that shot. It did go out off of Miranda, but they only had 2 seconds left on the inbound, and that led to the intercepted pass and the fast break. Williams hits the first free throw. Misses the second, and it's 15-2. Vega takes it all the way himself and lays it in, and Boca has their second field goal.
Yeah, they need some stops. They need to get some good defense in here.
Oh no. Alexi Borges again. 3 for 3 from the arc already. Giorgetti tries to answer but can't. Now Borges tried to take that all the way to the rack but could not. Miranda got it. Borges got it back. Gave it to Miranda! And the lay-in for Ruan Miranda. 16-point lead. And a turnover by Boca. Williams. Borges now into the corner for Johnson. That is good! No, did they call a foul prior to that shot?
No, they got a foul. They got a foul. Let me hit the brakes on you, Craig.
Yeah. So much noise. Did not hear the whistle. But had Shaquille Johnson counted that one, that would have been insane. Miranda sits down. He's got 4 points, 2 rebounds. Keep looking down at my score sheet. 24, is that right? A song by Chicago, 25 or 64. Galizzi off the feed from Borges. Vildosa looking for a seam, pulls up from outside the left elbow, can't get that to go. And a rebound by Johnson. Galizzi battling down low. Jordan Williams! This is insanity. Chris Embarg went into the game now to maybe try to go to the presence inside. He kicks it out to Vega for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Caio Manfio.
They are cold.
Just up ahead to Johnson. That one missed. Rebound, Jordan Williams. Back outside to Borges, and the offense resets. Borges into the corner for Williams. Back outside. Jordan Williams steps on the sideline and turns it over. We did get to the Chicago Tom.
Yeah, sometimes there is such thing as too much passing. I think Borges would have done well to take that nice little floater instead of that one more pass.
It was too close. It's too close for him. We're at 25-4. Great guitar riffs in music history.
Is that the one that's like da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then the horns.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
27-6.
Couldn't tell you what the song's about, but I know it.
Vega swings it left side. Jalby swipes at it from behind, and Facundo Pinheiro gets it to fall. It's about waking up after a long night of partying, not being sure what time it was.
You know, I was just getting ready to say with the 25 or 64, I was like, maybe it's about math. It's a rock song about mathematics. That's fantastic.
No.
That's what Rush does all the math rock, I'm told.
$21-12 for you.
Rush with one of my favorite lyrics. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. I like it.
Yeah. That'll be the step back three, a little too strong. Scala into the front court, up ahead to Ibargüen.
There we go.
Coaching staff wanted a foul. There was some contact. It's 27-11 as we approach the 1 minute mark in this first quarter. Ibargüen the steal. Wide open look from the right side. No, missed that badly.
They are not shooting well from outside.
0 for 6 from three-point range. Flamengo now 6 of 11. In the corner for Scala. That three-pointer missed. And a foul on the rebound by Pinheiro.
I'm going to say they're 0.5 for 7 from three-point line because Giorgetti's long two
one that
was
didn't count. Yeah.
Was his pinky toe was over the line, so that was pretty close to a three. Didn't count for 3 points, but the distance was there.
Well, I guess technically then that would be not 0.5. It would be
0.2.
It would be 2/3, 0.667. But it would be 0.667 of 8. I can't even do that.
Yeah, 25 or 6-4, something like that.
Exactly. There's Peter Cetera when you need him.
If we mention them one more time, we may owe royalties. I'm not sure.
Especially if you sing it again. Balby, inside 20 seconds. Fades away from 10, and that is good. Tough shot by the veteran Balby.
Just, Craig, objectively, nothing that comes out of my mouth counts as singing, okay?
That shot was swatted away by Guy Deodato.
Just when Boca seemed like
inside. Oh, and it missed. They had a great baseline inbound play. Facundo Pinheiro goes up and missed. But do we have a foul?
Or it seemed like Pinheiro thought it was a goaltend, maybe?
Goaltend? Oh, and they do. They're going to review it. Okay.
So they're going to count it, and then,
they're going to count it for now as a goaltend, but they are going to review it. So let's see how the quarter will wind up. Either way, there's the rim.
Oh, good call. I think that should be a goaltend.
I don't think so. You can wipe it off the rim. Goes glass.
Not if it hits the backboard.
Rim.
If you go off the backboard, you can't take it.
But you
can't wipe it off between the backboard and the rim.
Right, but it hit the backboard, then the rim, then he wiped it off. So they're going to count it. All right. So the first quarter comes to an end with Flamengo on top by the score of 30 to 13. Flamengo 11 of 18 from the floor overall, 6 of 11 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Boca 27.8% overall, 5 of 18 from the floor, 0 for 8 from three-point range. They got to turn that around in a hurry. They hit their only free throw attempt in that first quarter. 8 rebounds from Boca, 13 for Flamengo, 4 turnovers for Flamengo, and 4 for Boca. Individually, Franco Balbi 5 points, Jordan Williams 4 points, 3 rebounds, Shaq Johnson 3 points, 2 boards, Kyle Manfio 3 points, 2 rebounds, Juan Miranda 4 points, 2 boards, Alexi Borges 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists already. Kaya Galizzi 2 points for Boca. Facundo Pinheiro 5 points, Jose Vildosa 2, Sebastian Vega 2, Andres Ibargüen 2, and Franco Giorgetti 2 points as well. And it's not necessarily a terrible thing if you give up 30 points in a quarter. It's not necessarily a terrible thing if you only score 13 points in a quarter. But when you do both in the same quarter, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's where Boca are at right now, trailing 30 to 13 after one quarter in this BCL Americas Championship game against Flamengo. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and everywhere else on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. In the third place game just a little while ago, Franca defeated Instituto 74-59. Jorginho had 18 points, 10 rebounds in that one. Lucas Diaz, 16 points. Alex Negrete had 18 for La Gloria. We are underway here in the second quarter. Ibargüen kicks it back out. Scala over to Cuello. And that is good! Martin Cuello hits from long range. That's a nice way to start the second quarter for Boca. Now Boca just have to hope that Flamengo cools off a little bit. And there's one missed three-pointer. If I'm Gonzalo Perez, I might find a staff assistant with some duct tape or something and sneak up behind Alexi Borges and duct tape him to his chair. And then maybe drag him out and put him in the back of a van. Balbi out to Lucas Sewart. I don't think Sewart's 100%. His minutes, his involvement have decreased as this tournament has worn on. I want to say he started a couple of games. He only played 2 minutes against Franca last night. In the first game against Boca, in the 1-point win, he had 10 points and 7 rebounds. Seward can't handle that pass. The pass, not a good one, down around his ankles. It's like an infielder letting a ground ball go between his legs there. Commits the error.
Yeah, taking a look at a few of the stats, checking back in on what I had said the keys for the game for Boca were. They are, well, Flamengo has 4 second chance points, 3 points off turnovers, and the shooting percentage so far for Boca, not great. I had said they were looking for that 40 to 50%. Well, there's about 12 points there if they go 40. And then if you cut those other points in half, you know, you're not going to get rid of them completely, but if you do half is better, you're about tie ball game at this point.
Deodato missed the 3-point attempt. Galizzi taps it out of bounds, and it'll be Boca ball. They trail by 12 now. 30-18. They had trailed by as many as 21. Scala just got his first bucket.
I was sweating a bit
after the tray by Cuello.
Like if this goes any further, that being down 30 points in the first half is tough.
Yeah, but it beats being down 30 in the fourth.
True story.
Miranda with the tip in. The lead's down to 10. Beg your pardon. 32-8. Miscredited a bucket in my scorebook here. 32-18. $7:15 to play in this second quarter. There we get a look at the first bucket of the second quarter for Boca. The triple by Cuello. Tip in by Miranda there. Thomas Cooper now into the game for Boca. He only played 5 minutes against Instituto last night. Cuello has his pass intercepted. Quick hands by Seward.
Craig, you're not a guy that played a lot of basketball, but I think you've seen enough of it that maybe you realize now. I have a feeling, if I'm a player or coach and as I'm watching this game, Flamengo not as on fire, not doing as much as they have been for the rest of this game. If I'm a player or coach on Boca, I'm saying, man, I got to get a basket. I don't care if it's just a layup or what. I just need to score some points while they're not doing so well, so I can try to get momentum on my side before they have a chance to get things going for themselves again. Right now, Boca's not doing that. But Flamengo's giving them some time here.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes into the second quarter, Flamengo's only scored 2 points.
And a little tip back by Miranda, which is a second chance point.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Here comes Cuello.
Man, I don't know if I keep shooting threes.
Floater on the follow. Martin Cuello from 15. Again, the lead back down to 12. Boca has 5. Albi to his right. Picks up the dribble. Feeds it inside to Miranda. Oh, what a tough angle on that bucket by Ruan Miranda.
And he's already having a better game. He's already had, in 1.5 quarters, a better game tonight than he did last night.
Well, he had 13 points last night, but yeah, to your point, he did miss several shots in close, including, I think, came up well short on a dunk. I think that happened on a foul, possibly. He's got 8 already here tonight. Five and a half minutes to play, second quarter. Cooper pulls up. Shot rolls off. Deodato the rebound.
There's a guy we haven't really heard too much from yet this evening.
Yeah. He takes it all the way, rolls it in with the right hand. He only had 7 points against Franca. He was 0 for 5 from the arc.
He was all over the place last night, though.
Yeah, he was. Seward for 3. That's good! Lucas Seward! And with that, the lead back to 19, 39-20. And Gonzalo Perez wants timeout. nice start to this second quarter, but Flamengo with the answer. $39-20 in favor of Flamengo. 4:50 to play, second quarter in this championship game. 2024-25 Basketball Champions League Americas Tournament. Here you get a look at Alexi Borges. He had the assist on that three-pointer by Seward. Borges now 5 assists to go along with his 9 points. Nearly had the steal there. We talked about Borges as a potential tournament MVP. Scala with the shot clock winding down, can't get it to fall. Rebound Miranda. Borges wheeling and dealing from 18. That one missed. Again, too close. Miranda can't get the rebound. Cooper in traffic has it blocked out of bounds. Nope, beg your pardon. I think they called a foul there. So Cooper will go to the free throw line, where he is a 74% free throw shooter. As far as the All-Star 5 go, I think we can chisel in Borges. Some other players from this game, maybe Santiago Scala, Jose Vildosa, Sebastian Vega, all possibilities from Boca. Andres Ibargüen was actually leading the team in scoring, but he did not do much in the semis against Instituto, just 1 point with 6 rebounds. When you talk about the third place game, you've got Jorginho, Nicola Pomoli, although Pomoli really struggled in the third place game as he was bottled up by Franca. Jordan Williams missing that jumper. And then a couple of guys maybe from quarterfinals. Victor Liz from Isas, Jared Ruiz of Real Estelí, Esra de Jesus of Real Estelí. But I'm not sure if they just picked the All-Star 5 from the Final Four. Shaquille Johnson gets another bucket, and it's a 19-point lead, 41-22.
Yeah, if you tell me I get to pick one guy from this tournament to start a team with, you know, like we're picking up on the playground, my first pick is either the guy with the ball right now, Borges, or Jezreel de Jesus. Both point guards, both really solid, which is something I really want at that position too. And
Johnson from 18.
I think either of those guys. I think Borges, assuming they don't lose, he's the MVP. I think he's far ahead of everyone else. I mean,
he's back to 21.
It's crazy.
That's absurd.
That's nuts.
Williams back to Miranda, now back outside to Borges. Borges, step back three. A little too strong. Delia the rebound. That triple is up and in.
It'd be great if Boca could build on that.
Yeah,
they need something to happen before going in at halftime here. Going in down 20 is not good. Man.
Shaquille Johnson again. And he's got 10.
Shaquille Johnson might be able to find himself in the all-star team.
Yeah. Yep. Came into this one averaging 12.3 points per game, 4.3 rebounds. He had 12 and 6 against Franca. Pretty solid effort in the semis.
Yeah, he reminds me of a younger David Jackson. I think they have similar games.
I like that comp.
Boca is just too many just bad turnovers. You're going to have some turnovers. They've had turnovers they just throw right to the other team. It just goes right into their hands.
Manfio for three, missed. Gorgetti at the other end.
My goodness.
Oh, my.
That's all I can say.
Shaquille Johnson says, you sure you aren't sure that I should be on this All-Star 5? He's got 13 now, 3 of 5 from the arc, and the lead back to 20. Shaquille Johnson feeling it.
If anybody was unaware,
April 11th.
If anybody was unaware of what I was talking about in the pregame, of what Boca was doing, starting in the second round of pool play, Flamengo is doing what they were doing with this shooting performance.
Yeah, and Franco Giorgetti whistled for the offensive foul, lowering the shoulder. Shaquille Johnson from Atlanta, Georgia. Thundering Herd 2011 as a senior, averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Played in Finland, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil when he was with Minas in the 2022-23 BCLA seasons. And he was with our friends in Mexico at Halcones de Salapa. And it's a timeout on the floor with Flamengo up by 20.
Ahí, o se te chat o acelera y va. No hay pick and roll. Pinta de jugar con él, pinta, stagger para él. Bien bajo, bien bajo. Vamos.
There we got to look and to listen to Oveja. Sergio Hernandez, head coach of Flamengo, came in February 28th. Joined the team right before the quarterfinals. took over for Gustavo Conti. I think it was in his 6th or 7th season. Nothing against Gustavo Conti, but if you have a chance to bring on Sergio Hernandez, you don't pass that up. Head coach of Argentina's national team, who won bronze at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. Runner-up finish at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019 in China. 3 second-place finishes at the FIBA AmeriCup 2007. When I saw his silver medal finishes in 15 and 17 in person, these were great tournaments. You see the elbow kind of come up high from Borges into the throat area. Jose Vildosa.
You know what? If you watch right here, it almost looks like when Vildosa runs, like Borges just stopping, gets Vildosa to run into his shoulder. You see there?
Oh, yeah, from that angle. Yeah, that's what it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah,
Definitely
sure does.
From that angle. That baseline angle, it did look like maybe, you know, the forearm, but the reaction time almost looked like the forearm is about to hit him and he's already fallen down, which looks like maybe that's what they saw as well. There's nothing wrong with running and then stopping. That's literally kind of how a screen happens. So that's a legal basketball play. It doesn't matter if you run into me. That's in fact, depending on how it happens, you could foul me by running into me like that. You got to have control as a player.
Shot clock off. Game clock at 7. Boca holding for the last shot. Vildosa. That ticks off the rim on the right side. And we go to the break with Flamengo on top by the score of 49-29. Flamengo comes back to earth a little bit in that second quarter. After putting up 30 in the first, but they outscore Boca 19-16 in that second frame. Flamengo still 54% from two-point range, 19 of 35, 9 of 18 now from three-point range, 50%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Just 6 free throws between the two teams. Been very clean in today's games. Not a lot of free throws shot. For Boca,
same
12
yesterday.
of 34 overall. Yeah, 35%. 2 of 15 from three-point range. 13%. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Flamengo, the advantage in rebounding, 21-17. 5 apiece on the offensive glass. 6 turnovers for Flamengo, 8 for Boca Juniors. Individually, Guy Deodato, 2 points for Flamengo. Franco Balbi, 5. Jordan Williams, 4. He's also got 4 rebounds. Shaquille Johnson having himself a nice game. 13 points on 5 of 7 shooting. He's 3 of 5 from the arc. Kyle Manfio, 3 points. Lucas Seward has 3. Ruben Miranda, 8 points, 6 boards. Alexi Borges, 9 points, 5 assists. Did not score in that second quarter. Taya Galizzi, 2 points. For Boca, Thomas Cooper, 2 points. Santiago Scala, 4. Facundo Pinheiro, 5 points. Jose Vildosa, 2. Marcos Delia has not scored, has a pair of rebounds. Sebastian Vega, 2 points. Andres Ibargüen, 2 points. Martin Cuello, 5. And Franco Giorgetti leading Boca with 7 points. Again, earlier on in the third place game, Franca defeated Instituto 74-59. Jorginho in that one had 18 points, 10 rebounds. Lucas Diaz, 16 points. Alex Negrete had 18. You want to talk about rebounding, Andrew? How about the rebounding stats in that game? bring those up here. Franca, 47 rebounds to 31 for Instituto. But the main number was that Franca had 35 defensive rebounds, Instituto just 2 offensive rebounds. That is what you call breaking out the Windex.
Dominant. Not a lot of chance for second chance points there.
No, not very many. It is halftime here at Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio. Flamengo on top by 20, 49-29. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feta, and we are back with second quarter action. Rather, beg your pardon, second half action in just a few moments. Good evening and welcome back to Ginásio Dominicanazinho in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the second half of tonight's Basketball Champions League America's title tilt between Flamengo and Boca Juniors. The first half, all Flamengo, taking a 49-29 advantage into the break, led 30-13 after one. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feta. Thanks so much for joining us, wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and everywhere else on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. The winner of this game advances to the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in Singapore. Gorgeous. He had 9 points, 5 assists in the first half. Starts off the second with that floater. That is the biggest lead of the game now for Flamengo at 22 points. Giorgetti gets the foul on Manfio.
Man, that's about a 30-degree fadeaway there.
Yeah, that was tough. That three is good with the shot clock starting to get into the red. And Vildosa has his first triple. And it's back under 20.
On an island here.
And Borges, a rare turnover. Guilty of the travel there. In fact, that's his first turnover of the night. Not bad when your point guard can score like that, dish it out like that, and not turn it over as well. Shaquille Johnson into the opposite corner for Borges. The shot wasn't there as Vildosa closed. Now Shaquille Johnson, change of direction, into the lane, lays it in with the left hand. Johnson now with 15 points. 13 in the first half. But Boca again answering with the three-pointer. Vildosa. He's got 8 now. 2 of 5 from three-point range. In that first half, Boca Juniors 2 of 15 from three-point range. 2 of 2 to start off this third quarter.
Oh no, what's the call here? Okay. I stand corrected.
I didn't see it happen in real time. I was glancing down at my scorebook.
Well, as you can see, seeing the angle from behind, the game angle was out in the front. It didn't necessarily, you didn't see that left hand on the left hip, but yeah, from the baseline, pretty easy to see, which is coincidentally also where the referee was standing.
Nicely done, saving it in bounds for Vildosa. Here's Vega for 3. Boy, that looked like it was going to go. Miranda, there's one of those misses from in close that we saw several times last night. And at the other end, a foul called. That's going to be on Shaquille Johnson. It was a beautiful change of direction there to get past Scala by Shaquille Johnson, and the three-pointer. Vega misses the free throw. And again, not panic time, not by any stretch of the imagination, but when you're facing this kind of deficit and you have an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, you really need to do it.
Yeah, Boca is not really showing me much that they're not that they're physically trying to get back in the game, but oh, here we go. That was very useful.
Here we go indeed. Sebastian Vega, after hitting 1 of 2 from the free throw line, comes away with the steal, steps in front of Borges and goes up for the easy layup, and Sergio Hernandez wants timeout. Oveja not liking what he's seeing here, as the lead is down to 15 points, 53-38. Vega now with 5. Great preview for the 2025 Men's America Cup coming up in Managua in 2025, later on this year. And every time I hear the music in that promo, Andrew, I think back to the Fight Night video games back in the day. Not sure what about it reminds me of. It sounds like that would be a song that would be on the Fight Night games. And you can pick the songs you want to hear when you're doing the training sequences.
I'm a lover, not a fighter, Craig.
I've heard that. 53-38 in favor of Flamengo. Can Boca make a run? They've got it down to 15, trailed by as many as 22. Borges. Oh, what a beautiful move by Borges. Got all the way in, made it look like he was going to come back out with it, then went right back up. Or did they credit that to Miranda for the tip?
I think it might have gone to Miranda. Okay.
They put the graphic up as if it were Borges. And then at the other end, Marcos Delia. It's back down to 15. Let's check the official stats. I don't think Borges, or rather, I don't think Miranda actually touched it. That may be why it's not in the stats yet. Yeah, they did give it to Borges. That foul, by the way, was on Giorgetti. Yep. Williams bumped, and a foul on Scala. Scala making sure that Jordan Williams heard his apology for that bump. Those guys have squared off a lot. Borges has his shot rejected. have been another one of those 30-degree leaner fallaways, but that one got stuffed. Giorgetti to Vega. Here comes the double. Somebody's got to be open. Giorgetti all the way himself. Loses it. Not sure what he was trying to do there. It almost looked like he was trying to spin around and pass it. Now Borges for three. Actually, that was Johnson, beg your pardon. And now up ahead to Delia with the lay-in. Correction, that was Vega. I knew it was Vega. Delia came out. That's what happens when you call so many games. Words and names just start pouring out of your head.
Too many people.
Leads down to 13. 55-42 with 4:12 to play in this third quarter. Borges has been relatively quiet since the first quarter. Step back three here. Nope. Oh, great play there by Delia. Let the defender Williams go by. He got the easy bucket. Look at this, Andrew. It's down to 11.
They're cutting into it slowly but surely here. And even the couple times here in the third quarter that Flamengo made a little bit of a run to try to get things back, Boca was able to stick with him. There's been a lot of
foul on.
A lot of fighting down there with Miranda and a couple of Boca defenders over the last few possessions.
Yeah, that time Miranda fighting with Delia, and Delia gets called for the foul. Shaquille Johnson comes out, a well-earned rest for him. And Franco Balbi comes on. It's nice when you can bring out somebody as good as Shaquille Johnson, but replace him with somebody like Franco Balbi. Borges and Seward have a seat as well. So on the floor now for Flamengo. Oh, look, Guy Deodato, Franco Balbi, Jonathan Dos Santos. He's been quiet tonight, 0 for 2 from the floor. Jordan Williams and Ruan Miranda. For Boca, it's going to be Scala, Vildosa, Vega, Ibargüen, and Giorgetti. I think Gonzalo Perez has to ride his horses as much as he can to get them back into this one. And they've done very well so far. Lead is 13. They had it down to 11 just a moment ago. Into the corner for Vildosa. He launches the triple over Deodato. Guy blocked it. Inside 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Missed, nearly tipped in by Miranda. Here comes Boca back the other way. Scala over to Vega. Now to Ibargüen. His pass was knocked out of bounds by Dos Santos.
Ibargüen's got Balbi on him. He's got to drop step that thing to the basket and go up and get fouled.
Jonathan Dos Santos, he's not a guy who's going to get you 25 points, and he's not going to grab the headlines, but I love his game. 7 points, 5 rebounds a game. He's long, he's athletic, he's smart, plays hard. What a block!
Wow.
That was Ruan Miranda, and I'm sure we will see that one again. There's Deodato going up and over the defense. He now with 4. Vildosa for 3. Stick left. Inside 2 minutes to play.
Not a good
third
shot.
Quarter. And you have to wonder, with Boca getting it down to 11, if maybe that was perhaps their best chance. Still a lot of basketball to be played, though. Stolen away! And Guy Deodato, an unbelievable defensive play! absolute sorcery. A 2-on-1. Here's the block by Miranda. Bargwood was going up to dunk that. There's Deodato's layup at the other end. Boy, I hope we get a chance to see the replay on Deodato's defensive play just now. That was spectacular. Scala the drive. Nice pass to Cuello, and he gets fouled. Dos Santos didn't like that call.
I think maybe he's saying it's not the shot. It's just not on the shot, is what I say. He raises his hand saying it was the foul, but he's saying that he adjusted and tried to pass.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't even look like he was trying to shoot it.
He was originally, and then because Jonathan Dos Santos
looked like he went straight up.
Position. Oh no, he rose his hand for the foul. He was in the restricted area, but he was saying that
yes.
that it was a pass, not a shot.
So Cuello hits the first.
Cuello, if you see, I don't think we'll see the replay again, but his trajectory on where the ball was going was like to the corner. He had brought it down under his waist,
right.
And was looked like he was trying to kick out.
Yeah, no question. Lead back down to 13 again, inside of a minute to play, third quarter. They'll be high off the glass and a whistle.
I'd be very happy if I was Boca and I could get this to 10 before the quarter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always...
If you're Boca and you could get it down to 10, you'd be thrilled.
I mean, even right now, having it at 13 when it was as high as, what, 22?
22 to start off this quarter.
Yeah. So 10 would be great. I mean, I'll even take this, you know, if he can miss or if he makes a couple and I can get another basket in to keep it at 13. I've still got a chance there.
Flamengo in this third quarter, 16 to 10. Second free throw is good. It's back to 15.
They will get two. They've got 2 possessions coming to them here, based on the math of the clock.
Back to Vildosa.
Oh no!
It's a 2 at Bargwin. Oh, and they turn it over, but a whistle.
Some of these turnovers, these are not passes I would expect for them to make. You know, a low, like almost a dribbling pass from above the three-point line, trying to get down to the short corner and straight away. A lot of people won't understand. You usually want an angle on your pass. So if I'm right in front of the basket, I don't necessarily want to pass straight to the guy under the basket. I want it coming from the right or the left to dump down to the post. Without getting into too much detail, you just limit the ability for the other team to intercept those passes when you achieve those angles.
Bargwin. Oh, has it stripped by Balbi. A fantastic defensive play by Franco Balbi. Boy, just some amazing defense by Flamengo. Great plays by Deodato. A great block by Miranda, and now Franco Balbi.
Yeah, that addition to the shot clock.
Got around by Vega.
The addition to the shot clock took away the possible second possession that Boca would have had. So now they'll be down at least 15 going into the final quarter.
Deodato nearly cans that triple. we go to the fourth with Flamengo on top by 15. 60-45. And Flamengo 10 minutes away from a trip to Singapore. Boca outscores Flamengo in that third quarter, 16-11. Usada and start to taste it. 10 minutes away. Flamengo 23 of 48 overall, 48%, 9 of 24 from the arc, 37.5, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. The juniors 18 of 44 overall, 40.9, just 4 of 20 3-point range. Also 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Flamengo winning the battle of the boards, 28-24, including 7-5 on the offensive glass. 9 turnovers for Flamengo, 11 for Boca. Individually for Flamengo, Ideodado 4 points, Franco Balbi 7. Santos has not scored but has 4 rebounds. Jordan Williams 4 points, 4 boards, and 4 steals. Shaquille Johnson 15 points, he had 13 after the first half. Kyle Manfio 3, Lucas Seward 3, Ruan Miranda 9 points, 8 boards. Alexi Borges 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He has slowed down a little bit in this game. Tai Galizzi 2 points. For Boca, Thomas Cooper 2 points, Santiago Scala 4. Facundo Pinheiro 5 points, Jose Vildosa 8, Marcos Delia 2, Sebastian Vega 7. Should also mention Vildosa with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Andres Ibargüen 2 points, Martin Cuello 6, and Franco Giorgetti with 9. He's also added 4 rebounds. And we are 10 minutes away from somebody lifting this trophy. Flamengo with a big advantage right now. Vega fouled.
Boca still has they still have a chance here, but they can't delay.
Yeah, right.
We got to remember too, Flamengo's been relatively quiet in the second and third quarter compared to the first.
Yeah.
If they capture some of that first quarter magic again, we've got Borges has had a nice rest. He's going to come in fresh. So Flamengo has the potential to blow the top off this thing if Boca can't make something happen soon.
Galizzi too strong off the window, but a foul call. And you look at Flamengo's offensive output in this game, Andrew. They've got the big lead, but after putting up 30 in the first quarter, their next 2 quarters have only been 19 and 11.
Yeah, definitely.
Boca
definitely cooled
13,
off.
16 and 16, yeah.
Boca's turnovers are really what's killing them. Like I said too, so there's no good turnover, right? That's a stat that you definitely want to be at 0. But some of their turnovers have just been especially bad. A turnover that is acceptable, knowing I'm not going to get to 0, is, we go baseline, it goes out of bounds. I can get back on defense and set up, and it's 5-on-5. I'm not going against a break or whatever. They've had some where they just throw it right to the other team, and it's off to the races. And that's somewhat like that, just a bad angle, and person's obviously covered.
They were trying to feed Delia, and it gets poked away from behind. Galizzi get that one to go. Delia the rebound. Vildosa throws it out. Here comes Cuello. And his little floater is good. Santos over to Balbi. Deodato, splash! Guy Deodato from outside.
Don't forget about that guy.
And it's back to 18 points. Now Cuello for three, can't answer. Everybody on Flamengo saying they want a review, but that looked to me like it went off, at least from the initial look, that it went off Dos Santos. And they are going to talk about it. Again, our officiating crew on this one: Julio Anaya of Panama, Carlos Peralta of Ecuador, and Orlando Varela Diaz of Honduras. The initial call is out of bounds to Boca, and they will review it based on the challenge by Sergio Hernandez. Want to welcome everybody in once again to Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Appreciate everybody tuning in as they have this entire BCL Americas season. Oh, yeah. Well, if that didn't tick off the pinky of Dos Santos, that definitely went off Delia. And let's see what the call is. And it's going to stay with Boca. So Sergio loses the challenge. They say that did go off that outstretched pinky of Jonathan Dos Santos. And Boca turn it over. There's, man, Andrew, you are just absolutely 100% with those turnovers.
It's not, maybe not the whole difference in the game, but it's a big part of it.
Oh, Deodato for three again. Back-to-back triples for Deodato, and Gonzalo Perez wants timeout. Try to stop this bleeding before it gets away. And it may be too late. If you get Deodato heated up, forget about it. Flamengo by 21, 7.5 minutes to play. Boca Juniors on the ropes, trailing by 21 with 7.5 minutes to play. They've had some bad turnovers. And Guy Deodato starting to heat up.
That guy is who we call a gamer. Not sitting at your computer playing Xbox.
Right.
I'm talking about the guy you want in the game. He is a gamer.
what this delay is here following the timeout by Perez. I think they had one of the substitution boxes in front of the video board from the timeout. Forgot about it. Scala over to Delia. Delia trying to direct traffic. Shot clock at 8. The defense by Flamengo really, really solid in this second half. And a whistle on that shot. As the captain, Jose Vildosa, goes down. Quite see what happened there.
And just Dos Santos there stepped into Vildosa as he was still in the process of shooting or going towards the rim.
I wonder if he took a hip from Dos Santos in a sensitive area.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. The said sensitive area and or the stomach.
So the lead back down to 20, 68-48. Foul on Giorgetti. Deodato near midcourt. Alessi rolls. Deodato from the left elbow. That pops out. Deodato has it stolen away by Vildosa. It's a 3-on-1. Cuello for 3. Goes off the top of the backboard and it goes out of bounds off. Ooh, I thought that went off Santos. I thought for sure that was going to be Boca ball. Are they going to talk about it and perhaps look at this one?
Well, I even think one of the other referees may have.
Yeah, the initial call was Flamengo ball, and Gonzalo Perez is challenging.
Now, I wasn't here for the quarterfinal, so maybe this is something they started doing, or maybe it's just been so long since I was a part of a game here. But I don't recall, and I like this. This is a positive thing that I'm talking about. But we've seen a lot of calls when they're going to do the replay. They'll wait to signal the call officially. They signal it and then immediately say we're going to replay it. So they talk the call over before they even say it to make sure that they all kind of agree what they think it is. Because usually the way replay is you have to have enough evidence to overturn your call. So they make the call that they agree on together, then they go and kind of test it against the replay.
Yeah, that may be a directive from FIBA where they are making sure that they emphasize that the scorer's table, the fans, the dopey announcers know what the initial call was.
Sure. I like it. Like I said, I think it's very good.
Yeah, I agree. And they're going to stick with the original call. Flamengo ball.
That replay was tough for me to say one way or the other.
As you said, not enough evidence to overturn, as we saw the consternation on the fans, on the faces of the fans of Boca Juniors.
Not guilty. Y'all got the film.
6.5 minutes to play. Deodato for 3. That's good! Deodato's got 13 points, 9 in the last 2 minutes. 3 straight three-pointers by Deodato. It's 71-48. Yes, it sure is.
Keep in mind, we haven't seen Alexi Borges, I think, at all in the fourth quarter. He took a seat in the third and hasn't needed to come back, is what I think is going on here.
Certainly giving him a good rest. Albie getting a lot of time. First free throw good by Cooper. Straight points by Guy Deodato for Flamengo. Second free throw no good by Cooper, but saved by Vega. Down to Delia. Delia working on Galizzi. Ooh, thought he traveled. Now into the corner for Cooper for three. I think they called that as having touched basket support.
Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. It's shot clock violation or out of bounds on the offense. It's, this one appears to be about cooked.
I think you may be right. We'll see if Boca can maybe get a little burst here and try to make things interesting, but we're getting to that Andrew Hunt math time. And this equation becomes pretty difficult for Boca when they're shooting 4 of 23 from the arc.
There was maybe a little bit left, and then the air fryer came in and cooked the rest of it.
Yeah, you're right. They got it down to 11 in that third quarter after trailing by 22 early on in the third. It's just 23 a moment ago. More than half the fourth quarter elapsed. Deodato from three. Again! Deodato Splash City! Deodato now 4 of 5 from three-point range. He's hit 4 in a row, and they've all been contested.
Yeah, he's. I think it's safe to say he earned his way onto the All-Star team if he wasn't already there.
Player to score for Flamengo, not named Guy Deodato, was Taya Galizzi, and that was from the free throw line. No one else has scored a field goal in the fourth quarter for Flamengo. Their last field goal, not by Deodato, was by Alexi Borges at the 6:02 mark of the third quarter.
Who just checked back in, by the way.
Yeah, we had Ruan Miranda hit a free throw, then Deodato had a layup. Balbi, 2 free throws, and then in the fourth quarter, it was Galizzi 2 free throws, and all Guy Deodato from there. Another turnover by Boca. And the fans here in Rio starting to celebrate. Quarter for Jordan Williams. That one rattles out. Offensive rebound. The fans continue to sing, serenading the home side. Williams can't get it. Miranda. His little jump hook is good. And finally, somebody not named Guy scores for Flamengo. Miranda's got 11. All the way himself, misses the layup. Cuello for three. Splash! Martin Cuello. Borges flips that one up and in. And he's got 15. Getting ready to empty his bench here, it looks like. So guys taking their shirts off, but I think they're just doing it to wave them in the air. Now Cuello for three. That's good! 38-55, coming up on 2.5 minutes to play. That was too easy for Deodato. There wasn't anybody in his face. Now Williams for three. Nope. I think everybody wants to join in on the party. Well, partner, I think MVP honors should go to Alexi Borges.
I agree.
15 points, 5 assists in this game. Led the tournament in assists and 3-point shooting percentage. Came into this one averaging 15.4 points per game, another 15 in this one. Had a big first quarter and then kind of quiet, but it was his first quarter really propelled Flamengo onto that 30-point first quarter. There's Guy celebrating. There's the big Husada flag. Lucas Seward now. So Luan Rodriguez into the game for Flamengo along with Mateos Guerros. Borges still in there, Miranda and Seward. Inside of 90 seconds to play now.
That man lost his shirt.
I think I like Shaquille Johnson on the All-Star 5. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds in the semi against Franca. 15 more tonight.
Do you think you have 3 from Flamengo on the All-Star? We agree on Borges. We think he's the MVP.
Yeah.
Do we also think Guy Deodato?
No, he only had 7 points against Franca.
You're looking at the stats, Craig. That guy, he's a guy I want on the floor. He could score
too.
0 and I want him out there.
I agree entirely.
Maybe they're looking at points for the All-Star. I think if the players voted it, they don't like to play against Guy and they love to have him on their team. He is all over the place. Full energy on the floor. Saving balls from out of bounds.
Yeah. I was pretty sure Scala was going to be on the All-Star 5, but he's only had 4 points tonight, 4 rebounds and 5 assists, but Vildosa and Vega, possibilities from Boca. Vildosa was 9 points, 5 assists. Vega, 7 points. think somebody's got to come from Boca.
Yeah, I'm either going Scholar or Vildosa.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Vildosa. He had 20 points against Instituto. Earlier on in the quarters, he had 31 against Esteli.
He's probably my third best point guard behind those who I discussed earlier, Lexi Borges and Desriel de Jesus.
And I think maybe we put Jorginho on there from Franca. And that leaves one more. Is it Victor Liz? Is it Jared Ruiz? Is it Desriel de Jesus? We shall see. 5 seconds
who
left.
I would say out of those three.
And the celebration is on in Rio. Flamengo, the 2024-25 Basketball Champions League Americas gold medal winners. And they are on to Singapore in September for the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. An 83-57 win over Boca Juniors. And for as good as Boca played against Instituto, as good as they played against Flamengo in the group phase, based on how Flamengo played last night against Franca in the quarters and here tonight, they absolutely peaked at the right time and clearly the right call to bring on Oveja to lead this team to glory. Heartbreak last year for Flamengo, losing in the finals to Quimsa, their first BCL Americas title since 2021. And you can see how much it means to these guys. Jonathan Dos Santos on one knee, emotional at half court, saying a prayer. Deodato in tears, hugging Oveja. Let's take a final look at the numbers on this one. Flamengo, 47% overall, 31 of 65, 14 of 33 from the arc, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Boca Juniors, 22 of 58 overall, 38%, 6 of 28 from three-point range as we watch Ruan Miranda singing to the crowd a little bit through the public address mic. Boca 6 of 28 from three-point range for 21%, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Only 18 free throws total shot in this game. Flamengo won the battle on the boards 38-35, 12 rebounds offensively apiece. 16 turnovers for Boca, 11 for Flamengo. And as you said, Andrew, many of those turnovers, especially in the second half, were very, very bad ones. Individually for Flamengo, Guy Deodato, 16 points. Tied for game-high honors, 4 of 6 from three-point range. Franco Balbi, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jonathan Dos Santos did not score, but had 5 rebounds and 2 steals. Shaquille Johnson, 15 points. Kyle Manfio, 3. Lucas Seward, 8. Ruan Miranda, 11 points, 9 boards. Alexi Borges finished with 15 points, 6 assists. Taya Galizzi, 4 points, 2 rebounds. For Boca Juniors, Thomas Cooper, 3. Santiago Scala, 4 points, 4 boards, 5 assists. Facundo Pinheiro, 5 points. Jose Vildosa, 9 points, 4 boards, 5 dimes. Marcos Delia, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Sebastian Vega, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Andres Ibargüen, 2 points. Martin Cuello, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And Franco Giorgetti, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Earlier on tonight, in the third-place game, it was Franca over Instituto, 74-59. And so Brazil comes out on top over Argentina in both games tonight. Just a tremendous tournament. Lots of fantastic individual performances. Some fantastic games. And when all is said and done, I think the best team won it all, Andrew.
Yeah, I agree. And Alexi Borges, over 50% for the tournament, because he was 56% coming into the game and finished right on 50%. So it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's that is pretty impressive. And I won't rub it in. I won't point out that you had Franca above Flamengo in the unofficial power rankings, and that you picked Boca before this one. I'm not going to point that out. Don't worry. Oh wait. But you were right on so many things. Some just tremendous analysis from all of the partners I work with in this event. Again, tremendous partnerships with FIBA Americas, outstanding work by everybody. Just an absolute joy and a pleasure to be with everybody again as we set up for the trophy presentation as well as the announcements of the individual awards. Andrew and I will dip out before those get underway. But a big thank you to everybody along the way for tuning in, wherever you watched from, around the Americas or around the world. Again, thanks to everybody at FIBA Americas and Quality Producciones. It was fantastic work, as always. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda. Again, the final score, Flamengo 2025 Basketball Champions League Americas champions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long for now.